Good afternoon, everybody. We are here again in another class of marketing management. And the topic that we were doing yesterday was scope of marketing. All right. So we will be completing that topic first. Then we will be moving on to the next topic. As far as the scope of marketing is concerned, we have discussed till where were we? We have discussed, right, goods, we have discussed about services, we have discussed about experiences, we have discussed about events. Now persons, right? The next thing that can be marketed, or the next thing that is under the scope of marketing is person, right? Marketing of persons. Can anybody who can come up with an example of how a person is getting marketed? Marketing of person. Anybody who can give an example in this regard? How can we market persons? Huh? Can persons be marketed? Please respond.
So politics. So politics.
All right, good example. Fine. Anybody else who can give another example in this context? You can see you are very he's very correct in his example. What's your name, please?
Sir Aman.
I'm unable to recognize the voice. What your name, please? Arman.
Sir Aman.
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 Aman. Right. So
sir, another example is comedians, stand-up comedians.
You can say marketing of persons is very important, right? You look at the film stars, right? They are having marketing managers, right, who market them at a regular basis. Why is it necessary to market a person? It is necessary. Maybe sports persons are also getting marketed nowadays. In fact, they have many platforms on which they can get marketed, right? Fine. So all the celebrities, most of the celebrities, maybe the politicians, maybe the film stars, maybe the sports stars, maybe rest of the people who are page 3 figures are always marketed. They even have their own marketing agencies who are marketing them. They have idea managers who are marketing them, right? What is the purpose of getting marketed, or what is the purpose of marketing a person? The sole reason behind marketing a person is to create demand for that particular person. Why to create demand? When a person is in demand, when a person becomes in demand, everybody wants to see that, everybody wants to follow that, right? Like you see Amitabh Bachchan, what Amitabh Bachchan is doing nowadays. Amitabh Bachchan has been awarded as Star of the Millennium, right? A great award, Star of the Millennium. But Amitabh Bachchan is enjoying a greater, in fact, the greatest degree of public confidence, right? If you look at the advertisements, maybe some clothing, maybe some glucose, maybe even Hajmola, maybe even Ghadi detergent, you'll find Amitabh. And Amitabh Bachchan, being the biggest star of silver screen, he took risk. And he took risk of what? He took risk of KBC, right? Such a popular film stars, right? From silver screen, he agreed for KBC, which is a television show. And he has created history. KBC is a mega hit, right? जितना अमिताभ बच्चन ने जितना कह लीजिए अपना ऑरा, जितना मयार फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में बनाया था, उससे ज्यादा रिस्पेक्ट, उससे ज्यादा पॉपुलैरिटी ही गेन्ड इन केबीसी, राइट? सो ही हैज created demand all by himself. Moreover, if you look at some gossip magazines are there, right, where you can find lot and lot of gossips about the film stars, about the sports persons, about the top industrialists, about the page 3 people, right? Those magazines, those gossip columns, those gossip magazines are also marketing the people, right? Because sometimes negative news makes you more popular than a positive one, right? So marketing of people is a reality, and it is very much there. Different celebrities, different people who want themselves to get marketed are having their own marketing managers, or they are having their tie-ups with the marketing agencies who can market them, so that their brand value may get created, so that, or they may get developed as a brand. Now the next thing that can be marketed is places, right? Places, what, how the places can be marketed, or what, in what form the places can be marketed. Places can be marketed in the forms of cities, places can be marketed in the form of states, people can be marketed in the form of regions, and people can also be marketed in these in the sense of nations. Now marketing of cities, let us come down to the marketing of cities. Have you seen that ad of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, कुछ दिन तो गुजारो गुजरात में? Huh?
Yes, sir.
What is that? That is marketing of
यस सर सर वो गुजरात टूरिज्म का ऐड कर रहे थे
गुजरात टूरिज्म
और
का
इसके
ad करते
पहले
हैं।
आमिर खान ने भी ऐड की था राजस्थान टूरिज्म को लेके
राजस्थान
मतलब
tourism
टूरिज्म
का।
ऐड चला था
Right.
2018 में आई थिंक तो कई
Exactly.
सारे ब्रांड एम्बेसडर्स लोगों ने इसका ऐड किया था
Exactly. जैसे अमिताभ बच्चन का कच्छ का इस पे आया था गुजरात में खास तौर से, और कई जगहों के अभी आया था सिटीज का। और this in the same way there was an advertisement from Madhya Pradesh tourism about the entire Madhya Pradesh, ठीक है, covering all the tourist spots of Madhya Pradesh, right? And now Bhutan is a country which is drawing its major share of national income from tourism, ठीक है? So they are marketing their nation for tourists. Lot of tourists is visiting Bhutan, and believe me, Bhutan is a very good place to visit. Nearby to India, you can visit very easily and extremely beautiful, right? So places are also marketed. Places can be marketed in the form of cities, in the form of states, in the form of regions, in the form of nations, ठीक है? Whatever the requirement is. The next thing that can be marketed is property, right? Now, what is property? If I say property, then what do we mean by property? Property, when I say property, I refer to the intangible right of ownerships. Okay. If I say that this is my property, this land is my property, meaning hereby I have legal right of ownership on that particular land, right? So property is the intangible right of ownership. Now property can be of two types, right? Property can be of two types: real properties and financial properties. Okay, real properties means real estate, and financial property we all know, shares, debentures, bonds, and other financial properties. Now you might have seen many townships which have come up. There are very big real estate companies, including your Omax, Ansals, DLF, Nagarjuna, right? And there are a lot more, right? There are a lot more. At Lucknow, you have a different constructions company who are working at Lucknow level. Like, in fact, Aldeco is there. Aldeco is our national level company now, right? So many companies are there which are purchasing land, developing that land, and marketing the properties there. Maybe you can purchase the land, maybe you can purchase the flats, maybe you can purchase the villas. So property is also a subject of marketing. It falls directly under the scope of marketing. Now coming down to the next, organization. Another most important thing that can be marketed is organization, right? Organization is the next very important thing that can be marketed. Like many of the times you have seen the advertisement of Google or Infosys on television. They are not advertising any product. Rather, they are advertising their organization, right? So it is directly under the scope of marketing. The next thing which is under the scope of marketing is information. Information is something which everybody desires to have, right? Depending upon its importance. Some information may be important for me, but that information may not be that important for you. But information is very much a subject matter of marketing. People are interested in different forms of information according to their requirements, and they are even ready to pay in order to obtain that information. The next thing that falls under the scope of marketing, and the more last but not the least, is idea. As we have already discussed, that every product or service is a result of an idea, right? Every product or every service is the result of an idea. So idea is very important. Idea is very important, and idea, there are investors who are ready with money to invest in startups, depending upon the fact that the idea should be such that convince them, right? Idea should be such that convince them. Like you might have heard about Ratan Tata has invested in Snapdeal. Although Snapdeal was doing good, but Ratan Tata has invested in Snapdeal as an investor. And at that time, Snapdeal, it was a very, very big honor for Snapdeal that Ratan Tata has invested in Snapdeal. But obviously at present Snapdeal is not performing that good. But idea, okay, Tata has, to the best of my knowledge, Tata Group is not into this kind of e-commerce, but Snapdeal was the first company in which Ratan Tata has invested personally, I believe. So ideas attract investment, and in fact, ideas attract investment. That is one thing, but ideas can also be marketed, and idea is one of the major product that can be marketed. Believe me, right? People are always in search of good ideas so that they can catch it and implement it and earn profit, right? So I believe this is all about the scope of marketing. Right, now coming down to the next concept, it is the core marketing concepts. So any questions about the scope of marketing? Any question about the scope of marketing? Yes, please. Anybody who'd like to ask anything? Fine. Yesterday, I believe Niharika has posted the link of my YouTube channel, right, where I am posting all the videos on a regular basis. Have you people subscribed to it? Fine. If not, then please subscribe to it, right? Please subscribe to it. You will be getting a daily update there. I'm uploading my lecture on a daily basis on my YouTube channel. So it will be a revision for you also. And whenever you feels like, going back and revising your lecture, you can do that. Right. So now coming down to the next concept, it is core marketing concept, right? So starting with the core marketing concept, let's understand them one by one. The first core marketing concept is target market and segmentation. Target market and segmentation is a topic that we will be studying in detail in our unit 2nd, right? But just to peep into it, peeping into the concept, let us understand what is target market and what is segmentation, right? Now, what is a target market? In fact, let us understand what is segmentation first, right? What is a segmentation? Now let's have an example. If I give you a cake, a big cake, right? How will you be eating that? You need to cut that cake into pieces, and then you'll be having it one by one, isn't it or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right,
Yes, sir.
right, right.
Yes.
In the same way, market is. In the same way, market is. Like Lucknow is a market. If we want to cover entire Lucknow, will it be possible to cover it like that, or do we need to segment it?
We need to segment it.
We need to segment it, right? We need to segment Lucknow in order to have a full market coverage. Yeah, we need to segment Lucknow market in order to identify our target market. Okay. Now, there are two things which goes one after another: segmentation and market target. Target or segmentation, as we have already understood, segmentation is the process of dividing the market into various homogeneous groups and subgroups. Now, I believe you people are clear about the difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous. क्या होता है homogeneous, क्या होता है heterogeneous? Anybody who can tell me about that? What is homogeneous? What is heterogeneous? Anybody who can tell me about that, please?
Homogeneous is the type of product that are same in
एक एक करके बोल दो बेटा, आप तीनों लोग जवाब दो, एक एक करके दे दो, ठीक है? हाँ, प्लीज बताओ बताओ।
सर होमोजीनियस ग्रुप वो ग्रुप्स होते हैं जो मतलब सिमिलर, मतलब वो जो है मतलब सिमिलर टाइप ग्रुप होंगे, मतलब
अच्छा, ठीक।
दो ग्रुप या तीन ग्रुप होंगे सिमिलर में, जैसे क्लोथ की ले लिया, मतलब तो क्लोथ की मार्केट ले ली हमने, तो कहीं
हेट्रोजीनियस क्या होता है?
हेट्रोजीनियस में डिस्टिंक्ट ग्रुप्स आएंगे, अलग अलग।
ओके ओके, दूसरा कोई बता रहा था बेटा, क्या नाम है आपका पहला जिसने बताया? नाम बताइए।
तौफीक खान।
तौफीक खान, हाँ। दूसरा कौन बता रहा था बच्चा? तौफीक ने पहला जवाब दिया, दूसरा कौन दे रहा था बेटा? प्लीज कम अप। और कोई भी बता रहा था? दो बच्चे और बता रहे थे।
सर homogeneous is what we say, a product having similar characteristics, somewhat similar characteristics.
Okay.
And the heterogeneous is diverse in character or content.
All right, good. What's your name?
Sir Krishang Mishra.
Okay, and who else? A girl was there, I believe. तीसरा कौन था? Right, fine. So you people have an idea about homogeneous and heterogeneous, right? Heterogeneous means different, homogeneous means similar, right? So both of these things, segmentation and targeting, goes one by one. First, we need to segment in order to identify the target market, right? We need to segment the market in order to identify our target market. So I hope this is clear. This core concept is clear. We will be discussing this concept in detail in the next in the class, when we will be discussing segmentation and target market as a concept. Now, the next core marketing concept is marketer and prospects. What is the next core marketing concept? Marketer and prospect. Who is marketer and who is prospect? Who is marketer and who is prospect? Anybody who can tell me? Whom will we be calling marketer and whom will be? Please.
The person who is trying to sell something or give something to anyone is a marketer.
All right, and who is a prospect?
Sir, I think the person who is purchasing or taking that marketer's idea.
Right, good, very good. Marketer is a person who is either manufacturing and marketing that product, or just marketing that product. And prospects are the consumers. So the second core marketing concept is marketer and prospect, because both these are the two parties. These are the two main parties in marketing, right? So this is the second core marketing concept. The third is need, want, and desires, that we have already discussed, right? So I'm not going to repeat that once again. The fourth core marketing concept is product, offering, and brands. Now, product, again, we will be discussing in great details when we will be discussing the concept of product in unit 3rd. Offering, we have already discussed, and brand, again, we will be discussing in unit 3rd. But just to have an understanding of the core marketing concept point of view, product may be defined as the bundle of attributes. Okay, product is something which is a bundle of attributes, and product becomes brand when it gains the confidence of consumers. A product becomes brand when it gains the confidence of consumers. Now, let's have an example here. I have to purchase a mobile phone, right? And my budget is, let us say, 10,000 rupees. Which brand should I go for? What is your advice? What is your advice? Anybody?
Sir, MI.
MI or
Vivo,
Oppo?
MI and all.
Right. Right. Anybody else? Anybody else who can?
So you can go for Oppo, Realme.
Okay, Realme is one. Fine. So 3 brands which are being advised to me, either MI or Oppo or Realme, right? So actually, these are not products. These have become brands, right? These has become brands. Nobody has advised that go for Fly. What is Fly? You know what is Fly?
Yes, sir.
What is Fly? Fly is also a mobile making company, Chinese company. Okay. Nobody
Yes, sir.
has advised me to go for some other XYZ company, right? What is the reason behind this? The reason behind this is that MI or Oppo or Realme has developed themselves as a brand. Develop themselves as a brand means they have gained the confidence of their consumers. That yes, these are the companies which are making good products. You can trust on their products by looking at their brand name, by looking at their company name, which has become brand. You can trust them, right? They will not be cheating you. You can trust them directly, right? So this is what the difference between product, offering, and brand. Hello?
सर
sir.
स्क्रीन शो नहीं कर रही है.
एक सेकंड रुकिए एक सेकंड. थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम हो जा रहा है नेटवर्क का यहाँ पे. अब आप क्लियर है?
यस
Yes,
सर, अब
sir,
शो
clear
कर
हो रहा
रहे हैं.
ओके. एक सेकंड. हेलो.
यस
Yes,
सर.
sir.
एक सेकंड. राइट. Third was needs, wants, and desire. Fourth was product, offering, and brands. Then value and satisfaction, right? The next core marketing concept is value and satisfaction. Now it is something which is very important. These two things, value and satisfaction. Here value is the not just the monetary value of the product. Here, value is the money that you are paying for the product, the energy that you are spending in purchasing that product, particularly when you are searching the information for the product and you are comparing different products with each other. So here value has two components. One is financial and one is non-financial. Financial component means the price that you are paying for the product, and non-financial component is the energy you are spending in collecting information about the product, in comparing different products of same kind. Okay, in contacting people, in visiting the websites, in studying the feedback of those products. Okay, all of these things contribute to the non-financial value, right? So value has two aspects. One is the financial aspect and another one is the non-financial aspect. And the second most important thing that is there is satisfaction. Now, why I said these two things are very important. These two things are very important. Let us understand them. If your value of the product, the value that you have paid for that product is lesser than the satisfaction you are getting from that product, what will be your psychological state? How will you be feeling?
The brand
If
is not good.
You will not feel good. In fact, you will be, if I say, you will be dissatisfied, isn't it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You will be dissatisfied because the value that you have paid for the product is greater than, or let me put it in another way, the satisfaction you have derived from that product is lesser than the value that you have paid for that product or service. Then in such a situation, you will be dissatisfied, right? You will be dissatisfied if the satisfaction you have derived from that product or service is lesser than the value that you have paid for that product, right? You will be dissatisfied. इसको अगर हिंदी में कह दे कि आपने प्रोडक्ट के लिए जो कीमत दी है अगर वो ज्यादा है और सेटिस्फेक्शन जो आपको मिल रहा है उस प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस से वो कम है तो आप डिससेटिस्फाइड होंगे, राइट? सेकंड सिचुएशन, if the value you have paid for the product is equal to the satisfaction you are getting, what will be your state? If the value you have paid for the product or service is equal to the satisfaction, how will you be feeling?
Satisfied.
You
somewhat
will be
satisfied.
satisfied because
Satisfied.
you have got what you have paid. Okay, you have purchased the ticket of second class AC and you are traveling in second class AC in train. That's fair enough. You have paid the price of second class AC and you are traveling in second class AC compartment. You are satisfied. But what will happen if satisfaction you derive is greater than the value you have paid? For example, you have purchased the ticket of AC third in a train. You have purchased this ticket of AC third class in a train, and what happened? Your seat
अपग्रेड हो जाएगा सर सेकंड.
has gone upgraded in AC first. How will you be feeling? How will you be feeling? You will be feeling
Appeased. Gratified.
right. You will be
Very.
feeling delighted because you got more than what you paid, isn't it or not? There is a scheme of railway, in fact, where this upgradation feature is there.
Yes,
Right.
sir, yes, sir. If this
where this upgradation is there. Fine. So I hope all the three situations are clear. When satisfaction is lesser than the value, you will be dissatisfied. When satisfaction is equal to the value, you will be satisfied. When satisfaction is greater than the value, then you will be delighted. Right? So it is clear now. Fine. Next, let us come down to the next. And what is the next? Next is your relationship.